Okay. So in these sessions, what I'll try to do is I'll try to explain in an oral way, fully in Java-oriented way. So I'll try to go through end to end. I don't go into any detailed manner of each topic. But if you want to see the topics right, then you can simply come to this link and you can see all the topics what we have. So we have Tableau basics about databases and data tables, and what is the Tableau sheet interface, Tableau introduction. Like that, you can go through each and every topic. So, whenever needed, right? I'll go through. I'll simply click on the particular topic, and I'll explain you wherever needed. Okay. So I don't go topic by topic. I'll go through the overall flow. Okay, how from starting to end, how we will deal with the Tableau. Okay. So and whenever needed, I'll go through this all the syllabus. But let me explain what are the important topics or important contents in the Tableau. So live versus extract, live, extract and publish data sources. So data modeling and with respect to interview point of time, I'm telling. So data modeling, and we have to see functions, filters, groups, sets, parameters, maybe hierarchies, actions, LOD expressions, and table calculations. And particularly when come to row level security. Okay, so these are the most important topics they will be asking you more frequently in the interviews. So out of all these also, they will be trying to more focus on uh, data sources, okay, data modeling, LOD expressions, parameters. Okay, so these are the four, and one more is like row level security. Okay, so they'll try to focus more on these five topics, but don't stick to these topics. I'll tell you orally like how to prepare. Okay, so if you go to data modeling, just click on this data modeling. You can see like joins, relationships, blending, union, and all those. Okay, okay. So just come to this link. So I'll just tell you a few basics. Like if you go to Tableau basics here, so along with Tableau, we will be having other more BI tools also. BI means business intelligence tools. So along with Tableau, we can use Excel also, and we can use MSBI, Power BI, ClickView, ClickSense, OB, Looker, and ThoughtSpot. And we have few more also. And so this is about business intelligence tool and reporting tools. We can call these all tools are business intelligence tools or reporting tools. So you see, if you take anything, we will be having different versions. Okay, even if you take Power BI or even if you take your mobile phone, we'll be having some applications right, like ICICI Bank or SBI Bank like that, right? In those also we'll be having different versions. So we have to update always to the latest version, right? You will be hearing these, right? And you will be doing this also in your phones. So for each version, they will be releasing some new features. Also, if there are any bugs in the previous versions, they'll try to fix those bugs in the new versions. Two main things for releasing the new versions. One is they will be introducing new features, and they will fix the bugs. What are the bugs we have in the previous version? They will fix those bugs. Okay, so in Tableau also we have the different versions. So 10.4, 10.5, 2018, 19, 20, 21. So since 2018, since before 2018, okay, they are releasing the Tableau uh, versions like 10.4, 10.5 like that. But from 2018 onwards, they are releasing the versions with respect to that particular year. So if they release a particular version in the 2019, right? So they are naming like 2019.1, 2019.2. Maybe in the each month or maybe for 3 to 4 months, they will be releasing the new versions. So whatever the version they release in that particular year, they are saying like 2019.1, 19.2 like that. Okay. So I have updated latest version here is 2023.2 version, but in the 2024 also they have released the new versions like 2024.1, 1.2 like that. Okay, so this is about versions, and these are the new features they have introduced. Okay, like that. And if you go to tools, right, mainly we will be using two tools in the Tableau. One is Tableau Desktop and Tableau Server. When come to Tableau Server, we will be having two types: Tableau Cloud, Tableau On-Prem servers. Okay, so no need, I don't want to explain this clearly. If you can simply go through a Google or something like that. So okay, let me tell. On-prem means, assume that you are working for a client called SBI. Okay, so on-prem means SBI has to install these servers, and SBI has to maintain these servers. But cloud means Tableau software is there, right? Tableau Salesforce. Table Salesforce already created their servers, and they will sell these servers to the SBI, so that these servers will be maintained by Salesforce only, not the SBI. So, for example, one issue is coming in the Tableau server. So, that issue should be resolved by the Tableau software team only, not the SBI. So, that is the main difference. So, on-prem server means client has to install the server and they have to maintain. Any issue in the on-prem servers, SBI, that is client, has to resolve those issues. But cloud server means Tableau software will maintain all these servers. So SBI has to simply buy this server and they can use. Any issues in the Tableau cloud, right? Those should be resolved by the Tableau software team itself. Okay. So we have these two are licensed tools: Tableau Desktop and Tableau Servers. So around $70 will be there per user per year. Okay, this is the license of the creator. So you'll be having different roles here. So I don't want to discuss those now. So all these three tools are licensed tools. So we will discuss Tableau Prep tool later. Okay. So this is particularly related to the ETL, like data modeling. So I told you something, right, like data modeling. Data modeling means here we'll be joining different tables. So we can, for data modeling, we can use Tableau Desktop and Tableau Prep also, but most of the clients are using Tableau Desktop only. In the Tableau Prep tool, we have some additional features comparing to the Tableau Desktop. But even though we have new features, right? So this will require additional license. So most of the time, clients are not going for this tool. So they will do the data modeling also they will do the data modeling with the help of Tableau Desktop only. So okay, we will use, okay, Tableau Desktop. Why do we use mainly is for development purpose we will use. And Tableau Server, why means we develop something, right? So we want to share these developments to the users. So then we will go for Tableau Server. Okay, I'll explain it that one bit clearly. So but remember, we will use mainly two tools. Tableau Desktop, it is for development purpose. Tableau Server, this is for sharing the dashboards to the users. Okay, I'll explain a bit more clearly a bit later. And we have free tools also. These tools, we don't use these free tools in the real time because free tools means these tools don't have any security. Okay, so if you put your data into these free tools, right, everyone can see. So that in the real time, clients will not go for these free tools because the data will be seen by every person. That's why they go for licensed tools only. And when come to download tools, right, you can simply click on this download tools. So as I told you, we have different versions, right? So you can simply click on this button and you can download this 9.99 version. And you can click on this button and you can simply download this version like that. Okay. So you can download MySQL Workbench also by simply clicking on these buttons. Okay. I'll explain later, but as of now, you can simply click on this button and you can download the any one version. No need to download all the versions. First, download any one version. Maybe you can go for this latest version or this old version. Not a problem. Okay. Um. So as I told you, we have mainly two tools, right? Tableau Desktop and Tableau Server. So Tableau Desktop, we have to install in our local system. Okay, we have to install this in our local system. But let me explain you the process. Like you see, so once you install the Tableau Desktop, right? So you can see those Tableau versions here like this. So Tableau, this is the Tableau 2023.3 version, and you can see this is 2024.3 version. So you can search by like this, or you can go for a window search button here. Just search for Tableau here. Just search for Tableau. Okay. So what are the versions you have installed? You can see all those versions here. You can simply click on any one version. I'll tell you an example. Why do we go for Tableau or reporting tools? See, when you open the Tableau desktop, you can see uh, the professional. This is a professional edition here. This is a licensed version. The version is like 2024.1 here. 2024.1.1. Let me know if you have any question. Just stop me in the middle and you can ask me your question. So when you open the Tableau desktop, right, you can see this is the starting page. So most of the time, okay, so I don't want to explain this now. I'll explain you some few things here and then we'll come to that. So I'm just opening Paint here. Anyone have any question? Okay.
No one get them with you.
Okay. So first, let me tell you, so you know, right, most of the people are doing business in these days. So those are our clients actually. Okay. So let me explain you about one business here and let's try to understand. Okay. So I'm just taking Amazon business here. Okay. So I think we already most of the people are having Amazon application in your mobile phones. Okay. Or we have some Flipkart or something like that. So in the Amazon, what they will do, they will sell the different products. Okay. So when we are dealing with in the real time, when we are dealing in the real time with Tableau or anything, so we will be having two types of things here. First one is customers, hmm, customers, and we'll be having clients here. We can say clients or we can say users. Mainly we can say users. Mhm. You can say anything like clients or sometimes they call users. Okay. Who are the users actually? Anyone have any idea? Just we can discuss like so that we can remember. Anyone have any idea?
Users in the sense, you mean to say the stakeholders, that's what you meant to say? Or,
Yeah, those only.
okay,
So
yeah.
correct. Yeah. So if we
Mm.
take Amazon business, right? In the Amazon, we have different users. Mhm. So I'll just give you orally something. So users means we have CEO, right? So CEO is one user, and we have managers. Okay. For each region, we'll be having different managers. Like for example, if you take APAC region or if you take EMEA region. So why I am telling APAC, EMEA regions only here means in the real time we will be having data with respect to these regions only. Okay, that's why I'm telling. Canada, we have US region like that. We will be having different regions like Asia. So why I am telling these regions particularly here means you should remember when you go with the when you go for interview, right? we can say we have different regions like APAC, EMEA, Canada, like that. They will come to know you will be you worked on real time. If you say India, China, something like that, they won't, sometimes they won't believe like that. Okay. Of course, we can say like that also, but so these are regions. Within the region, we will be having like states like India, some China, like that. Okay. So CEO is one user, managers are one other users. CEO is one user, managers are some other users, like that. So these people are called users. And sometimes we will be also called like sales reps, sales representatives. Like sales representatives, sometimes few people will be calling you on your mobile, and they try to sell some product. For example, assume that there is some insurance company or insurance client. So one of the sales representative from the insurance company will call you, and they'll try to sell their product. Like, you can take insurance in our company, so that you will get these benefits, like that. Okay. So sales representative also calls users only. Okay, but these are the highest user, this second level users, they are the, like that. Okay, but all these are users only. So, and what is the relation between these users and customers here? Okay. So, okay, what the customer will do actually. First of all, we see what is the customer will do. Okay. So I am Venkat. I am just one customer to the Amazon company. I am one of the customer to the Amazon company. Now what I will do is, okay, okay. So I am one customer to the Amazon company. What I will do, I'll go to Amazon company website, and I'll try to buy different products. Okay, maybe chairs. Okay, and maybe I can buy mobile phones. Mhm. Phones, something like that. I will be trying to buy different products. Product one, mm, product one, product two, product, like that. I will be buying different products in the Amazon. Okay, so like me, there are different customers to the Amazon company. So assume that there is one more person, like Sachin. So he is also one of the customer to the Amazon. Just assume that. Hmm. So you will be also buying the different products here. Okay. Now, what is the uh, what the what the users will do actually? What is the user role here? What is the user role here? And I'm just trying to tell what is the, with respect to Tableau, what is the relation between customers and users? I am telling here. Okay, there are many maybe other reasons, but I'm just, with respect to Tableau and development, what is the relation between customer and users? I am telling here. Okay, so here Venkat bought three different products. So product one is 10 rupees, product two is like 20 rupees, like that, 30 rupees, like that. Like Sachin also bought different products. One is for maybe 50 rupees, something like that he bought. Now, what the CEO will do here, what the CEO will do, what CEO will need actually. At the end of the day, what the CEO want to do is, at a particular day, at the end of the day, what is the total sales made by all the customers? He need this information. So he need all the information. What is the total sales? And what the manager will do, for each region will be having different managers, right? So APAC region managers need only in the APAC region what is the total sales, and we will be having EMEA regions. So what the EMEA manager want is, in the EMEA region what is the total sales, like that. And what is the sales rep will do? So you see, like, we have different sales reps. So one sales rep will be selling product one sales rep will be selling product two, one sales rep will be selling product three. So what the first sales rep will do is the sales rep one, sales rep two, sales rep three. Okay, so you have different sales representatives. This sales rep is selling product one only. So he need information only about product one only, maybe in a particular region. So these sales reps are will work under the managers. Okay. So these sales rep, what he want? What is the total sales of this product? Sales rep to want only what is the total sales of this product to like that. Okay. So they need these information. So that is the relation between the customers and users here in our development process. Now, where we come here, so we are developers, right? So Amazon will recruit these developers because customers don't know Tableau, users also don't know Tableau, customers don't know at all Tableau, users also don't know Tableau actually. Okay, so but these CEO want total sales here. How he get these total sales? And managers want region by sales. For each region, what is the sales? So managers need this information. So who will be doing these total sales and all those information means developers. So Amazon will recruit some developers here. These are called Tableau developers, and they may recruit Power BI developers also. So they as of now we are just discussing about Tableau only. So they Amazon will hire one Tableau developer, and this Amazon will give all this information. Why? Because as a developer, I don't know what is the data of the Amazon. I don't know who are the customers to the Amazon, right? And I don't know who are the users to the Amazon. So as a developer, I don't know anything, but simply Amazon hired a developer here, and they are starting to create these information. So creating these information called dashboards. So total sales, region by sales. So this is called a report here. We have to create a report here. So report also called sometimes dashboards also. Okay. So just let me here dashboards. So we have uh, so we have a developer here. So we are the developers. Okay. So these developers will know Tableau. So what these developers will do, these developers will build their reports, or these reports also called sometimes called dashboards. Mhm. So based on the tool to tool, these naming convention will different, but most of the time they will call dashboards or reports only. So that is a general term I am telling. Okay. With respect to development, we have different meanings. Tool to tool, they'll use different naming convention. But with respect to users, right, they will know what are the reports and what are the dashboards only. So the users always call whatever the tool you will use. You will use either Tableau, Power BI, or you will use JavaScripting, Python, whatever the tool you will use to create these dashboards and reports, right? But the users will always call the reports or dashboards only. So in dashboards, what is the information we will be having? Anyone will tell, just you discuss, right? So in dashboards, what is the information we'll be having? Anyone?
The question repeat just the next.
So the developers will create dashboards, right? Or reports, right?
Yes.
So dashboards means what? What are the dashboards actually? What is the meaning of dashboard?
Dashboard is a graphical representation. We'll have charts and everything where we have uh, unhidden facts will be available, like time series analysis or bar graph chart.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. So, but
Yeah.
what I told here is like, yeah, that is correct actually. But what I told here is like, so the CEO need total sales and these managers need region by sales, right? So these dashboards contain that information. This dashboard contains sales information, profit information, products information, and all those. Okay,
Yes.
we'll put all this information in the dashboards. Okay, so developers will develop the dashboards so that these users can use these dashboards. Okay, now I told you dashboard means this dashboards contain sales information, customers information, region information, right? So this is called data. This is called data. How these developers will get this data actually? So we have data here, right? So the Amazon company will give this data to the developer. Okay, the company only will give this data to the developers. Okay, so simply to say, so this is the data. So this is the data, and from this data, developers will create dashboards. Okay, using this data, developers will create dashboards, and developers will give these dashboards to the users, like managers, like CEOs and managers like that. So they'll also build the, okay, like this will be that once the developer create the dashboard, right? These developers will give the data to the these dashboards to the users. How they will give means through the Tableau server. Here the Tableau server concept will come. Okay, here the Tableau server concept will come here. So through Tableau server, why? Because you see, I develop a dashboard in my local system. If you develop your dashboard in the local system, how it is available to the user? Why? Because the users are they can't access your laptop, right? That's why we will publish these dashboards. Mhm. We will publish these dashboards to the Tableau server. What is the meaning of publishing? Publishing is nothing but simply I will save these dashboards into the Tableau server. So users can log into this Tableau server and they can access the dashboards. Okay. So just to explain briefly what is the meaning of server means. So I will open Google here. Whatever you type here, like you see, like I'll type here like ICICI.com. Okay. So ICICI, when I log into this ICICI.com, so this is one of the server, and I can log into Amazon.com. So this is also a server here. Okay, so users will log into these servers and they can see the dashboard. That is the meaning of server. Server means server can be accessed anywhere in the world. Okay, servers can be accessed from anywhere in the world through the website or Google Chrome, through the website, through the through Google Chrome. If they have internet, right, they can open the Google Chrome and they can access the servers. So that's why we create dashboards and we will publish or we will save these dashboards to the Tableau server. So users can log into this Tableau server and they can access these dashboards. So the dashboards will contain information like sales and all those. Okay. Now we have one more important concept here. I'll just try to explain the key concepts here in a single go. Now row level security. Okay. So row level security is the most important thing. We develop this row level security most of the time in real time. Okay. Okay. I'll tell you. Just give me a second. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of row level security? Mhm. I'll just write here. So first, I will explain all this process step by step. Okay. Maybe tomorrow I'll explain, but let me explain the concept here, or I'll try to tell you in a single, like today itself, if you're okay. 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 So what is the meaning of row level security here means? For example, we are using Amazon right here. So we are using Amazon. You're using Amazon. We already know in the Amazon we have lot of customers. But you see, whenever you log in, like whenever you log into this Amazon application in your mobile phone, are you able to see all the customers information? Are you able to see all the customers information or not? No. Whenever you
No.
log into the Flipkart, yeah, whenever you log into the Flipkart, Amazon, or any application, let's say Amazon, if you log into the Amazon, you can see only your information only. So whatever the products you have ordered previously, you can see your product information only in the Amazon. So this is called row level security. Row level security means any user. So you are the, or like any user can see his own information only. Any user can see his own information only. So that is the mean, that is called row level security. So how this is related here means, so each region, APAC region manager should see only his sales information only. What we do here is like we will create dashboards. In this dashboard, we have all the information. So just let me tell you. So we have dashboards, right? So in this dashboard, the developer will develop these dashboards. In this dashboard, what is the information we have? We have EMEA information, we have APAC information, and we have US information. Like that, we have all the region information we have in these dashboards. Okay, but what is the row level security means? CEO. CEO means what? CEO is the highest person in the company, right? So when he logs into the when he log into this dashboard, right? The CEO should see all data of all regions. Okay, all regions. Why? Because he is the highest person, so he is the manager for all the people in the company, so he should be able to see all regions data. But when EMEA region manager will be there, right, when this user log into the same dashboard, so we don't create multiple dashboards for each manager or each CEO. We'll create one dashboard only, and we'll give this one dashboard to all the users. But while creating these dashboard, we have to implement the row level security. Means when the CEO logs in, he should be able to see all the regions information or all the regions data. But when the EMEA manager logs into the same dashboard, he should be see only EMEA data only. Only EMEA data he should be able to see. So we have to implement row level security in this way. So this is the work of the developers. So the developer has to create the dashboard. He has to implement the row level security. And when APAC region manager logs in, right, he should be able to see only APAC region data only. Like that. So this is called row level security. So we'll see how to implement this row level security also. We'll discuss one by one like that. But this is the oral concept. So it's the main thing here. So just remember. So these are relation between the customers, users, and developers here with respect to Tableau. Okay, customers will log into the Amazon. They will buy different products here. So this is called data. This is called data. And users means users need this sales information what is made by each and every customer here. So that is called sales that is called the sales data. But users don't know how to get all this data. So as a developer, we have to get all this data into the dashboards. So we have to create a dashboard using this data, and we have to publish these dashboards to the Tableau server. So these users can log into the Tableau server from different locations. Why? Because uh, yeah, log into the Tableau server, they can access all the dashboards. And most of the time, we'll be implementing the row level security here. We will create only one dashboard only. Okay, we'll get only one dashboard only. But when the CEO logs in, he has to see all the regions data. When the EMEA manager logs in, he can see only his EMEA data only, like that. So this is called row level implement, row level security. So in a short, what we can say is user should be able to see his own data only. CEO should see his own data. EMEA region manager should see his own data. So user should be see his own data. That is called row level security. Okay. So are you interested in continuing still, or we can meet tomorrow morning?
We can
Complete. Okay. So as I told you, we have Tableau desktop and Tableau server. You know Tableau server, right? We don't install Tableau server here. We will be installing Tableau desktop only. And using Tableau desktop, we'll create dashboards. So I'll tell you one world diagram also here. I'll be showing one world diagram. So if you go to Tableau introduction, in the Tableau introduction, if you go to architecture, you see here. So we have Tableau desktop, we have Tableau server, and using Tableau desktop, we'll create work dashboards, also sometimes called workbooks here. But just remember, just forget about workbooks here. Just simply call dashboards. So using Tableau desktop, we'll create dashboards here. We'll publish these dashboards per Tableau server here. We have users across the world, so they can log into this Tableau server. But if you want to create dashboards, right, we should have data. So we'll be getting this data into the Tableau desktop using in the data from the databases. So you know Excel, right? We use Excel to store the information or data, right? So in a similar fashion, we'll be using databases to store the large amount of data. So Excel can't store the large amount of data. So that's why we can store the large amount of data in the databases. So from Tableau, how the data will be coming into the Tableau means from the databases. Now we have different sources here. So how the data will be coming into these databases means in the real time, it will be coming from the different data sources, from different sources. I'll try to tell you in a short manner. So assume that Amazon is operating in US, India, like China, like that. So in China, they will be using some different databases. So what is the example for databases means? For example, Excel files also called databases. Excel file, Oracle, SAP HANA, SQL Server, all these are called databases. So in the US, they are using some different data source like Oracle. In the China, they are using different data source like SAP HANA. In the India, they are using different data source like SQL Server. But finally, what the ETL people will do? ETL people, what is there? We will be having database people and ETL people also there in our team. So what is the job of the ETL person is? From all these data sources, they will bring the data into single data source finally. Maybe this final database may be called Oracle database. Again, it may be called either Oracle database, SQL server, like that. So they will bring all these data sources information into a single database. And from this single database, we will be connecting that data into Tableau, like that. So in the real time, we will be having different environments here, like that. This is the data flow into the databases. From database, the data will be flowing to the Tableau desktop, like that. Okay. So as I told you, we'll be having mainly two different, mainly two tools here, Tableau desktop and Tableau server. We won't install Tableau server. As I told you initially, SBI, for example, if you are working for Amazon, let me tell you Amazon. If you are working for Amazon, Amazon will install this Tableau server and they will tell you, they will give you the link. As I told you initially, server means any server can be accessed through the link. For example, SBI application is a server. If you want to log into the SBI, what you will do simply onlinesbi.com. That is a link. So using that link, we can log into the server, SBI server. Here also using there will be different links for the different servers. So we don't know what is the link of the Amazon server. So Amazon will give you the link actually. So that is the meaning of this one. We are dealing only with Tableau desktop here. As a developer, we have to install this Tableau desktop in your local system. Okay. So as I said initially, you can download these into the Tableau desktop. You can download the Tableau desktop here. So once you download, okay, let me tell. Okay. So we have Tableau here, right? So when you open this Tableau desktop, so this is the Tableau desktop interface here. So once you open this Tableau desktop, so this is the opening page here. In this opening page, Amazon will tell you what is the database they are using. As a developer, you don't know anything. Amazon will tell you what is the database they are using. Okay, they will tell you, okay, we are using Microsoft Excel. Okay, we'll connect to Microsoft Excel and we will get the data into the Tableau. Okay, Amazon is telling that we are using Amazon Redshift as a database. So this in the Amazon we will be having some managers like that. Okay, so the Amazon will tell you like they are using Amazon Redshift as a database. Okay, I'll simply connect to this Amazon Redshift. So what is the database they are using? That depends upon the client. If you go for SBI, they will use different databases to store the data. Okay, like that. So as of now, I'll connect, assume that we don't have any data. So we can connect to sample superstore data only here. Okay. So whenever you download the Tableau desktop, just go for Windows search here. Just search for my Tableau repository. You see, so this is my Tableau repository. Here you see in the last you can see my Tableau repository. Sorry. Just give me a second. Here I'll get me something. Repository. You see here my Tableau repository. So just so this is the folder. It will be automatically installed into your local system when you install the Tableau desktop. Okay, when you download the Tableau desktop into your local system and when you install the Tableau desktop, my Tableau repository is the folder which is automatically installed into your local system. Okay, simply go to this, open this my Tableau repository folder. Okay, just remember this one. This is very important for real time. So this is the basic question. So the basic question we have to remember. Okay. So something. Okay, let me close this one. Just go Windows search repository, Tableau repository. Just search for my Tableau. I'm searching for my Tableau repository. Yeah, just click on this my Tableau repository folder. So you will be seeing this is a folder which is automatically installed into your local system when you install the Tableau desktop. So within Tableau, within my Tableau repository, we will be having different folders again: bookmarks, connectors, data sources, extensions, log files, map data sources, services, shapes, styles, like that. So what we can do with this mainly in real time, what is the use of this Tableau repository? Okay. Sometimes I want to connect to a particular database like Oracle database. Why? Because we have data in the Oracle database. For example, you want to connect to this Oracle database. Then what we do is, if you want to connect, for example, in general, I am telling. So if you install in your laptop, if your if audio want to work properly, right? We have audio and video, right? Anything that has to be work in your laptop properly, we have to install proper drivers. Okay, sometimes audio will not work because if you don't have proper drivers you have installed. By default, when you install the operating system, all those drivers will come actually. But sometimes when the drivers are something deleted or something like that, we don't see audio like that. So if you want to connect to the data sources, we have drivers. So you can download drivers and you can put those drivers in the connectors folders. Most of the time we don't do actually. Drivers you can download anywhere in your local system. Tableau automatically identifies. But for only particular database only, you have to download the drivers and you have to place your drivers in the connectors folder. This is this is few times only. For few database only we have to do like that. So this is about connectors. I'm just telling in a short again. In short, so connectors, in the connectors folder, sometimes we will place our drivers. Okay, now what is the meaning of data sources? So if you open these data sources, most of the time for practicing purpose, Tableau is giving one sample data for us here, that is called sample superstore. So for different versions, they will be giving some different sample superstore data here. Okay, so I'll simply go to the latest version 2024 folder here. I don't have any. Yeah, so you can go to this US folder here. You can see sample superstore data here. Simply click on this data. So this is an Excel file here. Okay, so in these folders we will be having they will give some sample data source here. If you want, you can save the your data sources here also. Okay, now I'll try to explain you orally. Now extensions. Extensions means like this is the new feature they are introduced in the, like maybe in the 2020 version or something like that. So what is the use of this extension? Extension means sometimes few things are not possible with the help of Tableau desktop. For example, I am not able to create one particular type of chart. Assume that I am now not able to create Sankey diagram. I'm telling you one. This is one of the example. So Sankey diagram. This is one of the type of the chart. So this cannot be. This is not the default chart in the Tableau. So if you want to create these type of charts, you can create extensions. So extensions are created using JavaScripting. Okay, extensions are created using JavaScripting. Most of the time in real time, we don't use this. Okay, we don't use this. Only in few, only 1% of the cases, 1% of the clients only will be using these extensions. But just remember that if we want to achieve anything which is not possible with the help of Tableau, that can be achieved using these extensions. In the extension, what is the meaning of extension? So I can write some JavaScripting, and using this JavaScripting, I can achieve something which is not possible in the Tableau. And I can bring these extensions into the Tableau dashboard. Okay, like that. Now, what are the log files? Log files means like something whatever you are doing with this Tableau desktop means a desktop, right? All that information will be stored in these log files. Okay, for example, when you open the Tableau, right? Sometimes suddenly the Tableau will closes. Sometimes suddenly the Tableau will closes actually. If you want to debug this information, like what happened to this Tableau, why this is suddenly closed like that, right? So that type of information will be stored in the log files. You can open that log file and you can see uh, some information stored in the log files. Not only that one, If you open the Tableau desktop, right, that information will be stored in the log file, in one log file. And if you create a dashboard and if you close the log file, right, that information will be stored in these log files. And if you connect to the database, right, to which database you have connected, that information will be stored in these log files. So whatever you do with this Tableau desktop, right, that everything information will be stored in these log files. So if something happened wrong, you can track that using these log files. So don't want to tell about this map sources or services. I don't want to tell about all these. One particular thing I want to tell you about this here is shapes. Okay. By default, assume that what is the meaning of what is the use of this shapes folder. By default in Tableau, they will provide some shapes, like they will provide upper triangle symbol, a down symbol, arrow symbols, okay, like tick marks. Like that, by default, Tableau will provide some symbols. All those symbols will be stored in these shapes folders. So just double click on the shapes here. You see there are different folders. So in the arrows folder, you can see all the arrows here, something like it is working on that. You see all these are the shapes. So you can use these shapes in the Tableau. Okay. So in the arrows folders, these are the images they have stored. And in the bars folder, some different symbols will be stored. So all these are the symbols that is stored. All these are the shapes that are stored in the shapes folder. Okay. So by default, Tableau will provide this folder, this folder, this folder, this folder, these folders. Tableau will provide by default. So by default, Tableau will provide some shapes. But what happened? I want to display like a Trump symbol, Trump image in my dashboard. Assume that I want to display Trump symbol, Trump image in my dashboard. So the Trump image, the Trump shape is not available in these folders. So in that case, what I can do, you see here, I have created a separate folder here. In this folder, I can I can store Trump symbol. So once you create this folder will automatically appear in the Tableau desktop. Okay. So let me show you that. Maybe I'll try to show you all the basics today. So first let me connect to the Microsoft Excel. Just click on the Microsoft Excel. So we will be connected to the sample superstore, right? So as I told you, like I can go to my Tableau repository. Okay. Yeah, just copy this path here. Go to Tableau. Just paste this repository. Okay, in the data sources, uh, I can navigate to this particular version. In this particular version, I have this uh, sample superstore data for practicing purpose. So in real time, you can store your Excel file anywhere in the laptop, not only in that particular location. You can store your Excel file, CSV file, any location in your laptop. So simply click on the Microsoft Excel and simply navigate to the location where you have saved your Excel file. In that way, you can connect to the Excel files. I'm just telling you, for example, sample superstore here. Why? Because sometimes in the real time, they will be asking you in the interviews. They will be asking what is my Tableau repository and what is the sample superstore data where it will be stored. Like that, they will be asking you. That's why I told you. Okay. So once you connect to the Excel file, you will be see under connections. You can see sample superstore. This is the Excel file name. What is the data type here? Microsoft Excel. In the Microsoft Excel, we will have different tabs, right? I have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 like that. So just connect to the orders here. I'll tell you bit later. I will tell you order information. Like orders means different customers will order different products, right? So all that information will be stored in the orders table like that. So I have three tables here actually. In the Microsoft Excel file, I have three tables or three sheets: order sheet, people sheet, returns sheet. But as of now, I don't need these two sheets. I want to work with only, I want to create my dashboard only with this orders table. That's why bring this orders table into this joining area. This is the joining area. So you can bring this. So this is the data modeling page. Just remember. So this is the data modeling page. So what are the tables you want? What are the table? What is the in which table? Okay, I want to create dashboard from this orders table. Simply you can bring the table here, drag and drop. Okay. Now you go to border here. So once you connect to this orders table, you can see all the data here. What are the data we have in this orders table? You can see all the data here. Okay. Now just go to this sheet one here. So first in the Tableau, I told you we can create dashboards, right? Before creating dashboards, we have to create sheets. So once you connect to the data, simply click on this sheet one. By default, Tableau will populate sheet one here. Simply click on the sheet one. Now you see this is the sheet here. So this is the Tableau reporting interface. So this is where we will be creating uh, different types of charts. We here we will be displaying sales data, region wise sales like that. I told you, right? We have managers, CEOs like that, right? So CEO want some information, right? So in the sheet one, I can create total sales. So so on the in the reporting page, we have two sections. So this is the first section, left side. So this is the second section. In the first section, we have all the data here. Okay. I told you, right? We have different customers to the Amazon. So all the customers will be stored in the customer field. All the regions will be stored in the region field. Like that, we have different, like, so you can see all the fields only here. You can see all the data, all the fields here. You see, we have region field here. Okay, we have custom product field is there. I have customer field is there. Like that, I have category field is there, subcategory, states, ship mode. Like that, we have different fields will be there. Okay, I have sales, I have profit field, I have discount field, I have quantity field. Everything is there. So sometimes in real time, what will happen means that these fields are very huge. So I can say these are called fields or columns. Okay, just remember these are called fields. Fields. Fields are, I can say these are called columns. You can say anything, columns. So in real time, we have more columns, like sometimes we have 100 columns, 200 columns also real time. So if you want to search for a particular column, right, just simply use this search box here. So in the search box, if you type region here, you see all the fields names which contains region will be appear here. Okay, I want to display region in the sheet. You can simply drag the region into this sheet here. So you see in the sheets, we have mainly few things we have to remember: columns, rows, filters, and marks card. So these are the important things, and we have show me option. Okay. So mainly we have rows and columns first thing. Okay, what is the meaning of rows and columns? I have region, simply drag the region into row shelf. What it will do, it will display the each region row wise here. But if you drag the same region into the column shelf, I can see each region column wise. Don't worry whether we have to use whether you have to use this region in the row shelf or column shelf. Client will tell you based on the customer, based on the client uh, suggestion only, we'll be creating these dashboards. Okay, so this is not our discussion point now. For now, what I told you, we are discussing about shapes, right? Okay, so for now, just simply drag the sales into text here. I'll tell you tomorrow about all. I will explain about all this tomorrow. But as of now, we are discussing about this my Tableau repository, right? So I told you about shapes. So come to this marks card here. In this drop down, I can see bar chart, line chart, like that. I can see all here. Simply click on the shapes folder. You see shapes folder, right? So this is the shapes folder we are discussing now. Like if you go to here in the My Tableau repository, we will be having this shapes folder. You see in the shapes folder, what are the folders you have? Arrows, bars, gender, KPI, right? All those folders you can see here. Just click on the shapes icon here. You can see by default some shapes here. Click on the more shapes here. I can see a window will be opened here. On the left side, I can see select data item here, selected data head item. On the right side, I can see shapes palette here. Once you click on this palette here, I can see different folders. In the bars folder, I can see bar icons, arrows folder, like that. In each folder, we'll be having different folders. You can create new folder. For example, I can go to my Tableau repository folder here. Okay, I can go to this. You can go to this shapes folder. Inside the shapes folder, simply create new folder. You can create new folder like this. Let's say this is a ABC folder. Okay. Now go to this ABC folder will appear in the Tableau now. Just go to Tableau here. Just simply click on the reload shapes button. Okay. So if you want to see that one, we should have some symbols in the ABC folder. Just go to weather folder. I'll just for example, I'll copy this icon. Okay. I don't see copy button. Okay. Just simply copy this icon for now. Just click on Control C. Go to ABC folder. You can paste your icon here. Okay, so it is not work. Yeah, you see icon is there, one of one. Now I go to Tableau here. Just simply click on the reload shapes. Just click on this drop down. Now you see I can see ABC folder here. So you can create custom shapes also. In the interviews, they will be asking you what is the meaning of custom shapes. They will ask you, have you ever created custom shapes? You can say, yeah, I have created custom shapes. How to create custom shapes? Go to the My Tableau repository, go to the shapes folder. In the shapes folder, we have few more folders are there, like arrows folder, bar folder, like that. Whatever the image you want, you can paste your image in these existing folders, or you can create new folder here, new shapes folder, and you can use all your custom shapes. Custom shapes means I want Trump image, I want such an image. You can drop all those images into this particular folder and simply click on the reload shapes. You can see that here. You can see that all those in the image. So these are called custom shapes. Just remember, custom means customizing. You see, customizing means, you know, right? Customizing means we can customize everything based on our requirement. So this means custom. So I can create custom shapes. So you can simply, when you select shape here, you can see all the shapes here. Okay, like that. So I want uh, this shape here. Simply select this one. This will be appear here. When you click on something like more folders, go to something arrows, select this one, click on OK. I can see that shape here, like that. So we'll be explaining that bit later in a more detailed manner, but that is about shapes folder. So that is about my Tableau repository. Okay, in the Tableau repository, what are the other folders we can see? That is one of the important thing. I'll I'll tell you this one. Styles. Okay, so when you're working with a Word document, right, you can see different fonts, Arial, okay, Calibri, like that. Okay, so for example, if you are working for Amazon company, right, Amazon don't like these fonts. Amazon want custom font, like like say they have their own fonts. So they will say some font here, you want to use that font within the Tableau. Then what you do, you can come to this you can use these styles, or you can come to this preferences file. Okay, like that. So we will be using this preferences file, or we will be using this styles folder for that purpose. You can use custom fonts and custom colors also. I want red color, I want green color, custom colors. By default, Tableau will provide some custom fonts and some custom colors. So, sorry, Tableau will provide you some default fonts and default colors. So if you go to Tableau, for example, here, just I'm trying to convert this into a bar chart here. By default, Tableau will provide some colors here. Just go to color folder. You can select what is the color you want. Okay, you can go to more colors also here. Here you can use HTML color coding, or you can use RGB coding also. But I don't like sometimes the customers don't like all these colors. They have their own colors. So if you want to bring those colors here, right, then also we can create custom colors. Custom color palette also we can create. Like we can create custom fonts also. For that we can use preferences files. Preferences files is for creating custom colors. Just remember, if you want to create custom colors, right, you can use in what we do in the custom colors means simply search for a what the client will do is client will provide some HTML color coding to you. You can simply paste that color coding in the preferences file like that. Okay, so just if you are free, just search for how to create custom colors and custom font. Okay, but remember, custom colors can be uh, created using this preferences file. You have to modify this preferences file. Okay, custom colors, custom font is that is a big process. Like we have to go into the windows and all this we have to do. But if someone is asking in the interviews, that you can tell that is possible. Creating custom colors is possible. Creating custom shapes is possible. Creating custom font is also possible. All these are based on the client requirement. They will provide you what is the custom color they want, like that. Okay, actually I want to tell you this entire flow, right? Okay, we can discuss this entire flow tomorrow. Okay, but for now short I will tell you a few more things also. Like I'll just try to introduce you some more menu here, right? If you have menu option here, we'll discuss a simple requirement of this menu in the real time. Okay, I'll tell a simple requirement. So I want to see all the customers. Okay, manager want to see all the customer information. Simply search for customer, drag the customer into the row cell. So Tableau will display all the customers. In short, I want to know how many customers are there. Very simple. Simply come to this bottom here. Tableau will show 800 rows. That means we have 800 rows are there. That means we have 800 customers are there. Okay. My manager is asking that what is the sales of each customer. Okay, simply search for sales here. Simply drag that into the text here. If you bring into the text here, it will create text table. If you drag the same into the column shelf or row shelf, it will create a bar chart. Okay. So by default, it will show bars only here. If you want to show text also, simply click on the T button here. I'm telling you again what are the options here. Simply click on the T button. This is one of the option to show the labels here, sales label. So simply click on the T button here. It will display the sales here for each bar. So this is one of the menu we will use frequently. Now, if you click one more time, this sales sales label will disappear. Now, if you want to bring the same again, bring back, you can simply click on the T symbol, or you can come to marks card, go to the label here. Here you can simply click on the show mark labels button. In that way also I can show the labels here. Okay, like that. So this is one of the menu button here. Now I can show you one more button here, descending order, ascending order. Okay, out of all these 800 customers, I will ask you who is the customer having highest sales. Okay, if I want to search for highest sales, what I have to do? There are a lot of customers, right? I can go to the right side here. I have a scroll bar here. I have to scroll down to all the customers and I have to tell I have to search for each and every customer who is having highest sales. So it is very difficult for us, right? So what I do here is I will arrange all these customers in a descending order based on the sales, so that I want to see the highest sales customer in the first row, next highest customer in the second row, like that. So if you want to arrange I arrange this entire sheet in the descending order based on the sales, right? You can you can simply click on the descending symbol here. Now you see all the customers are arranged in a descending order based on this their sales value. So I can see top customer in the first row, next customer in the second row, like that. So this is the descending order symbol, this is the ascending order symbol. And we have swap button is there. What is the meaning of swap button? As of now, in the row shelf, I have customer name. In the column shelf, I have sum of sales. Now, what is the meaning of swapping means? I want to bring sales into the rows and customer into the columns. So instead of doing manually this one, just simply click on the swap symbol. It will do that automatically. Now I can see vertical bars here, like that. Now we have one more button here which is called clear symbol. Simply click, if you want to clear entire sheet, simply click on the clear button. You see entire sheet will be cleared here. Now I want to undo these changes. So what for that I can do? Back arrow, forward arrow here, undo, redo buttons here. So if you click on the undo, it will go back. You can go back as many steps as you want. If you click one more time undo, I'll go to this horizontal bars, like that. You can do undo also, or redo also you can do. Okay, so this is the save button. So this is the main options. They are the main options. If you go above, we have one more button. One more menu is there, that is called file, data, worksheet, data, dashboard. So maybe we can discuss this a bit later. Okay? If we discuss more also, we'll be getting. We can discuss this about bit later. Okay. Anyone have any question?